The strength of a country's army, navy, and air force determine its security. As a result, a significant sum of money has been set aside for them. Countries all around the world are spending billions of dollars to beef up their external forces, prevent foreign assaults, and defend their own countries. Here are the top 10 most powerful armies. So let's start. 10. Pakistan. In terms of active manpower, the Pakistani military is one of the world's largest. The government also has sizable tanks, aircrafts, and attack helicopter fleets, according to Credit Suisse. Furthermore, Pakistan is reported to be rapidly developing nuclear weapons, with the potential to have the world's third largest nuclear arsenal within the next decade. It has the world's sixth largest military in terms of active military troops, with 3 legally uniformed services, the Army, Navy, and Air Force, and several constitutionally sanctioned paramilitary formations backing them up. National and international organizations estimated that 651,800 people were on active duty in the 3 main service branches in 2021, with another 291,000 serving in paramilitary forces and 550,000 in reserve. Pakistan is the only mostly Muslim country in which women serve as high-ranking commanders and in combat roles, with a sizable contingent of female Army and Air Force personnel actively participating in military operations against Taliban troops. With 4,516 people deployed overseas as of April 2021, Pakistan was the 6th largest contributor to UN peacekeeping missions. 9. United Kingdom. The British soldiers, commonly referred to as Her Majesty's soldiers, are the military forces that defend the UK, its overseas territories, and Crown dependencies. They also advocate the UK's broader interests, provide humanitarian relief, and support international peacekeeping efforts. Despite plans to cut the strength of the UK's armed forces by 20% between 2010 and 2018, the country can still radiate its power around the world. In 2020, the Royal Navy plans to bring the HMS Queen Elizabeth, an aircraft carrier with a 4.5-acre flight deck, into service, hauling 40 F-35B Joint Strike Fighters around the world. The United Kingdom boasts one of the world's oldest working military forces. There was a period when the British Army ruled the world, but today Britain's military is ranked 9th in the world. Britain has 150,000 active personnel. You may think this is a modest number, but the British Army recruits only the best candidates. As a founding member of NATO, the United Kingdom has pledged to provide its military services to NATO members in the event of a crisis. 8. Italy. The Italian armed forces are made up of 3 branches, the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The Carabinieri, a 4th branch of the soldiers, function the nation's military police and participate in missions and operations abroad as a combat force. Despite not being a branch of the armed forces, the Guardia di Finanza is a part of the military and has a huge fleet of ships, aircraft, and helicopters, allowing it to patrol Italian waterways and eventually participate in conflict scenarios. These 5 forces have military status and are all structured along military lines, with a complete of 341,250 active military troops, including 165,500 within the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Due to the country's possession of 2 operating aircraft carriers, the Italian military scored highly in Credit Suisse's analysis. In addition to the country's relatively sizable submarine and attack helicopter fleets, these carriers significantly improved Italy's standing. 7. South Korea. In the face of a potential North Korean invasion, South Korea has no choice but to have a robust and capable military. South Korea possesses a number of submarines, assault helicopters, and active personnel in response to these circumstances. The country also possesses a significant tank fleet and is the world's 6th largest air force. South Korea has one of the world's largest military forces, with 600,000 active personnel, and ranks 6th among the world's strongest militaries. South Korea is a country that is constantly prepared for war, owing to its alien neighbor North Korea. All males in South Korea are required to serve in the military for 18 to 22 months, and even your favorite Korean idols have served in the military. 6. France. The French military is small, yet it is well trained, professional, and capable of projecting force. The Charles de Gaulle, a virtually new aircraft carrier, is stationed in the country, and France participates in military deployments across Africa on a regular basis to assist in the stabilization of governments and the battle against extremism. France has the world's sixth highest defense expenditure and the European Union's first. Its military forces are the largest and the most important within the European Union. The French armed forces are the world's sixth most powerful military, according to Credit Suisse. The French armed forces have a total manpower of 426,265 people, including 368,962 active troops as of 2017. With the Gendarmerie Nationale. 5. India. India has one of the world's most powerful militaries. It possesses the most active manpower of any country other than the United States and China, as well as the most tanks and planes of any country other than the United States, China, or Russia. India is also in possession of nuclear weapons. By 2020, it is predicted to be the world's fourth largest military spender. The Ministry of Defense of the Government of India is in charge of the Indian Armed Forces. It is the world's second biggest military force, with over 1.4 million active soldiers, and the world's largest volunteer army. It also boasts the world's third largest defense budget. The Indian Armed Forces are the world's fifth most powerful military, according to a 2015 Credit Suisse report, and the fourth most powerful military according to the 2020 Global Firepower Report. 4. Japan. Compared to other countries' militaries, the Japanese military is modest. Despite this, the country is extraordinarily well equipped for its needs. There are 247,173 active frontline members in the Japanese military. There are a total of 678 tanks in Japan military. In accordance with Credit Suisse, it has the fourth largest submarine fleet in the world on the list. Japan also has 4 aircraft carriers, albeit these vessels are solely outfitted with helicopter fleets, rather than conventional aircraft. There are a total of 1,613 planes and 16 submarines in the fleet. Japan also possesses the fourth largest attack helicopter fleet in the world, after only China, Russia, and the United States of America. 3. China. China's military has expanded dramatically in recent decades, both as a matter of size and as a matter of capabilities. In terms of raw manpower, it has the distinction of being the world's largest military. It also possesses the second largest tank fleet in the world, trailing only Russia, and the second largest submarine fleet in the world, behind only the United States. Additionally, China has made significant achievements in its military modernization program, and is now developing a variety of potentially game-changing military technology, including ballistic missiles and fifth-generation fighter aircraft. China is primarily concerned with its military technology and cyber warfare. The majority of China's military technology is said to be quite advanced, but it is kept secret from the rest of the world. China possesses 240 nuclear weapons. 2. Russia. The Russian army is one of the world's most powerful armed forces. The military had a little over 1 million active duty personnel as of 2021, making it the fourth largest in the world. There are also approximately 2 million reservists, with the total number of reserve forces perhaps exceeding 20 million. All male citizens between the ages of 18 and 27 are drafted for a year of duty in the armed forces. The Russian armed forces are without a doubt the world's second most powerful military force. Russia has the world's largest tank fleet, second largest aircraft fleet, and third largest submarine fleet, trailing only the United States and China. The Russian armed forces are the world's second most powerful military force, with the world's greatest nuclear arsenal. The Russian Federation's military budget was $61.7 billion in 2020-21, the fourth biggest in the world. It has the world's second biggest fleet of ballistic missile submarines, is one of only 3 countries operating strategic bombers, and has the world's largest tank force, second largest air force, and third largest navy fleet. 1. United States. The United States is the first name on the list of the world's most powerful armies, as it possesses the most modern and powerful military strength. Despite sequestration and other budget cuts, the U.S. spends more on defense than the following 9 countries on Credit Suisse's index combined, $601 billion. There are 1,400,000 active frontline personnel. The US has a fleet of 10 aircraft carriers, which is its most significant conventional military advantage. In comparison, India, which is currently building its third carrier, has the world's second most carriers. There are 13,892 aircraft in total. The US also boasts the world's largest nuclear arsenal, as well as the most aircraft of any country, cutting-edge technology like the Navy's new railgun, and a massive and well-trained human force. There are 72 submarines in the US military. Would you like to join the armed forces? Which one suits you best? Let me know in the comments section below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Share this with friends, family and on social media. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we have a lot of binge-worthy top 10 videos coming ahead. You really don't want to miss those. See you in the next video.